Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Gear 360 Plays Minecraft. This is the first video that I've recorded in some time, so a little bit excited, a little bit nervous, so bear with me. Today, I plan on doing something a bit different. As you can see, I'm in a super flat world. This is my test world. And I've been playing around with a few things. I may show you what's over there in a later video, but that's my redstone testing. Today I'm going to show you my method of building a chicken farm slash cooker. So let me see. Before I got started, I went ahead and put a few of the things that we'll need in the chest. So let's get some redstone, some repeaters, comparators, one button, which I'll put here, redstone torches, sticky pistons, dispensers, hoppers, and then of course building blocks, glass, stone bricks, stone slabs, and this box is the last thing we'll need. Alright, so before we got started, I went ahead and built one just so you guys would have an idea of what it looks like. This is pretty much it. Actually, there would be, yeah, that's all the room it takes, at least width-wise. Length-wise, it takes a little bit more, and it takes a little bit more height-wise as well, but this is the general shape of it. I'm going to show you how to build it now. Let me see here. I'll step aside over here. So to start with, you're going to want a place to put your chickens. So we have 3 tall. Very good. Then here, you want to be able to actually watch your chickens, because part of what's so important here is that you're able to tell when your chickens get to a certain size. Put your chest down. Now, this chest is what's going to collect all of the drops, all of your cooked chicken and all of your eggs and feathers and whatnot. A hopper in the back, and if we go to the survival inventory, let's get the stone bricks, like that. Now, this is where the chickens are going to stand. Right? Now I put this here so that they don't fall into the hopper and get caught. You'll notice that it's a half slab instead of a full block, and the reason for that is we're going to be spawning baby chickens. And the baby chickens are going to be, well, you'll see. So we box this in. Alright? Now, let's build up 3 blocks. Oop. And put dispensers on those blocks. Nope, didn't think that'd work. 1, 2, just like that. Alright, now, these 2 dispensers will be dispensing our cooking method and our chickens. We're going to want hoppers feeding the chicken dispenser. I've got that down low. It looks like it's not going to work, but it does, surprisingly. The eggs that shoot out of there fill this up quite nicely. Now I put it offset so that it doesn't feed into this one. So next, let's slow down there. Let's go 1, 2, there we go. I need it too tall for a couple of reasons. One is for sensing, and the second one is actually for putting my breeders in. So we'll go here, and I want to go ahead and cap this off. So, just like so. Now I got the idea to actually build this farm after watching Generic B from the Minecraft server play around with his chicken farm. He was trying to do a passive XP farm, and it just completely lagged out his server. well, lagged out the Minecraft server, and then I watched Vex try to build a chicken farm just for eating purposes, and I love Vex, but Vex can't do redstone. Anyway, so I figured there had to be a better way, and so I built it. There we go. This is the most important piece. So, in the top chest, we want a single lava bucket. Yeah, sorry, top dispenser. Bottom dispenser will feed eggs. This up here is the breeding chamber. This is where you put your seed chickens that'll lay eggs over time. It can take a little while to get started with this farm, but once it does, you know you're in good. Alright, next step. Let's put this down. 3 and 1. Redstone comparators can tell when an item is going through a hopper, so we're going to use one of those facing outwards. Now, since a single item will go through that hopper, that's not going to put out a whole lot of redstone pulse, so I'm going to put a repeater right there to extend that pulse. A couple of blocks of redstone, a couple of pieces of dust, then another comparator. Now, this is where we make the comparator clock. So as long as it has a redstone signal coming in the back, it'll bounce around through the comparator, and you want to feed that to there, then take a block and put it there. Now this, let's just explain how this works. When the egg comes down here, passes through this hopper into this hopper. As soon as this hopper senses that as soon as this hopper has an item in it, the comparator senses, sends it to the repeater that extends the signal, sends the signal out to this comparator, which pulses for as long as there's something in that comparator, sends that signal out to this block, which powers this dispenser. Now, since this pulse is pulsing, it rapid fires this dispenser, which will be useful here in a second. After the egg is in here, it immediately falls down into this, into that, and then finally into the dispenser where it's fired out. This is actually it. We're done with the egg firing mechanism. But we still have to cook the chickens. Now, that's where the fun starts. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Alright, so button here. Here. Alright, so build a little staircase. We're going to want a sticky piston facing up at this point. Take your stone brick or whatever block you decide to use and put it here. Now if we jump up here and put down a repeater, what this is going to do is yank. Alright, so when you hit this button, a redstone pulse is going to go into here, is going to go through this block, be pulled out of the block by the repeater, and pushed into this block by the repeater, down into the piston, which will push this block up. So, just like that. Alright, now for the next part. You want to get that signal out, so you put one here, and one here. Let me see here. I tell you what, let me go look at a couple of resource images, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Alright, so, went away, came back, fixed the problem. So, I don't know why I was getting so confused. Anyway, if you put your repeater out here, and a repeater here, redstone around connected to your lava dispenser, you have a quick pulse lava dispenser. This can be used for any kind of mob trap or grinder or whatever. So, redstone pulse goes into this block, pulled out by this repeater, pushed into this block. This block sends the pulse 3 different ways. One, how on earth could I get down into that hole? Anyway, one into this repeater, which sends it initially into the dispenser. This, which pulls the redstone pulse out 4 ticks afterwards, and then shoots it through this redstone line. And then once more into this piston, which basically breaks the signal. Now what that does is gives you a really quick pulse on the lava that looks like that. So that's it, actually. That's all the wiring, that's all the setup, that's all the building. Now, there is one thing I want to mention. I forgot to flip that. That is very important. If that's not, if this isn't lit, the pulsar won't work. It's lit now, so let me show you how this works. Take your eggs, and you want to fill this with as many chickens as you can. Oop. And let them grow up. We'll speed up the process a little bit. There we go. So, as these chickens here lay eggs, this top hopper is going to pull them out and send them in through here. And that's going to look a lot like this. See it pulsing? Going through the top hopper, into the second hopper, down into the third hopper, and then into the bottom dispenser. This is on for as long as that hopper's got something in it, which is pulsing this comparator. Now if we go around front, look at all the baby chickens. Alright, so this is where things get difficult. You gotta wait for them to grow up. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait a little bit, come back, and show you how this works. Hello and welcome back. So here we are. We got a few adult chickens mixed in with the babies. So here's what's gonna happen. The babies are only half of a block tall. The lava is only dispensed on that upper pane of glass. It doesn't fall down because it won't fill a half of a block. So the babies are completely safe. The adult chickens, on the other hand, well, not so safe. They'll take a few fire ticks of damage, which is enough to start pushing some cooked chicken and some feathers down into the chest. So again, let's go over all you need. Little containment area, dispensers, few hoppers, couple of comparators, lots of redstone, sticky piston, and a containment thing, which is full of XP because I apparently killed all of the chickens. But what's science without a little murder? That's what I always say. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you may have figured out something or learned something, or that I have been useful in some way. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I bid you all a very good day.